Hello, welcome to English Tips by Sunshine English Academy. My name is Milind Deshpande. In this lesson, we are going to talk about modals. So let us start by understanding a few things about modals. Modals are always helping verbs. This is unlike the verbs be, have, and do, which could be helping verbs, but they can also be used as main verbs. Modals are always used as helping verbs only. As modals are helping verbs, they are always used before main verbs, just like other helping verbs are used before main verbs. The main verbs that come after modals are always in the base form or the V0 form. So even if our sentence is in the past tense, the main verb that comes after the modal is in the V0 form or the base form. Modals are used to express ability, possibility, permission, intention, obligation, and necessity. Modals can be flexibly used in different tenses. That is, they could be used in the present tense, in the past tense, as well as the future tense. Modals do not change their form according to person. That means whether the subject is first person singular, second person, third person plural, or third person singular, the form of the modal remains the same. It does not take an S after it. Modals are often used for polite language. There are 10 modals in all: will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, might, must, and ought to. Now let us see some examples that explain these aspects about modals. So first, modals are always helping verbs. Our example is Rahul will come tomorrow. So here will is a helping verb and come is the main verb. Come is in the V0 or the base form, and the helping verb will comes before the main verb, just as other helping verbs also come before the main verbs. Next, the modals can and could express ability. So our example, Sonali can play the piano, means that she is able to play the piano. Modals are used to express possibility. We have one example here. Ajay may play tomorrow. That means there is some possibility that Ajay may play tomorrow. Next, modals can be used to ask for permission or to give permission. Here we have one example. May I come in, please? This is asking for permission. We can use may and could to ask for permission. However, can should not be used to ask for permission. Can expresses ability. Therefore, if you say, can I come in? It may convey a different meaning. Therefore, avoid using can to ask for permission. Will and shall can be used to express intention. However, shall is not used much in present day English. It's always better to use will. Our example, I will return your book tomorrow, shows that you intend to return the book the next day. Must is used to express obligation. When someone says you must be in time, it means that person doesn't want you to be late under any circumstances. So, must is a strong word. We use should to express necessity, like you should not skip your exercise or you should take the doctor's advice. So, it is something which is necessary. Some modals can be used in all the tenses. For example, could. So let's look at the examples here. He could run a marathon when he was young. This expresses past tense. Could you lend me a hand? Expresses present tense. It could rain tomorrow expresses future tense. You can see here that the tenses do not follow the same formula as when other verbs are used. For example, for simple past tense, we require only one main verb. For example, he ran the marathon. So ran is the main verb. But here we have two verbs. We have one helping verb, could, and another main verb, run. He could run a marathon when he was young. So the normal formula for tenses do not apply when we use modals. The modals do not change their forms according to person. Let's look at the examples. They can play cricket. Here the subject is third person plural and the form of the modal is can. And the next sentence, Rahul can play cricket. Here the subject is third person singular, but the modal can remains can. It doesn't change whether the subject is third person singular, first person singular, or second person, or third person singular. The modals may, could, would, and shall are often used for polite language. But note that will and can are not polite. Sometimes they may sound harsh or arrogant. So when you say, may I use your phone? Or could you show me another shirt? You are being polite. The modals will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, and might can be used to express possibility, but they express different degrees or different levels of possibility. Look at the diagram below. Might and may are right at the bottom. It means they express the weakest possibility. So if you say, I might come tomorrow, it means the possibility is weak or bleak. So if the possibility is kind of 50-50, then you can use the words can or could. For example, I can come tomorrow or I could come tomorrow. It means there is a 50% possibility of coming. Whereas should, would, and shall express stronger possibility. For example, they should win the match or they shall win the match. It shows that the possibility of winning is strong. And you can use would in the past tense. They would have won the match, meaning that the possibility of winning was strong. When you use will, it shows absolute certainty. If you say they will win the match, means the possibility is like 100%. Must, should, ought to, can, and could can be used to give advice or make suggestions, and they could express strong advice or just friendly suggestions. Look at the diagram. Can and could are at the bottom, and these can be used to make friendly suggestions or casual suggestions. So you can say something like, you can take the train. So there is no insistence that you are making when you say you can take the train. You leave the choice to the person you are talking to. Should and ought to can be used for giving strong advice. For example, if you say you ought to report the matter to the police, means you're giving somebody strong advice. When you use must, the advice is very strong. If you say you must report the matter to the police, then you are actually trying to tell the person that he really doesn't have any other choice. He must report the matter to the police. Modals can be used together with not to form negative sentences. The not comes between the modal and the main verb. For example, they could not win the match. Could, that is the modal verb first, then not, then the main verb win. You must not misbehave. Must, that is the modal verb first, then not, then the main verb misbehave. The modals together with not form what are called contractions. Contractions. Look at my finger. Contractions, making smaller. So, she won't come tomorrow. Here, will plus not makes won't. I wouldn't take that risk. Would plus not makes wouldn't. Sonali can't play tennis. Can plus not makes can't. Rahul couldn't find his keys. Could plus not makes couldn't. You shouldn't speak so harshly to him. Should plus not makes shouldn't. One mustn't ill-treat animals. Must plus not makes mustn't. That's the end of this lesson. Modals are used to express different meanings and ideas. We will look at these in subsequent lessons. So there will be more lessons on modals to follow. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please click on the bell icon to get notifications whenever I post new videos to my channel. Thanks for watching. Please look forward to my next video. See you again.